154.
Yeah.
So your promoter Eddie Hearn said that y'all reached out for a possible fight in August, and Vergil said that he wouldn't be available. I think he might be coming off of an injury or something like that. But is that a fight that can be made in the future?
Most definitely. That's the fight. Definitely can happen. You know, that's the fight everybody want to see. You know, I'm at 54 now, so it gotta happen. It gotta happen. That's the fight that everybody want to see. It gotta happen. That fight gonna make a lot of money. We're gonna sell out no matter where it's at. Everybody want to see it. So I definitely think that fight definitely gonna happen for sure.
Does people calling you a duck, people saying you ducked Vergil Ortiz, is that any extra motivation headed to that fight?
For sure. You know, it's definitely extra motivation. You know, I can't wait to shut y'all up, man. I can't wait to shut y'all up, man, for sure.
Except someone, I want to tell you something. If I want to do Joshua and Tyson Fury next year, we are trying to do it and thinking about it. Of course, I need to have two, for each one of them, tune-up fights first. Why? Because they are both of them coming from losing, even if it is big fight, right?
Right.
Yep.
Okay.
Right.
To build it up. But as a Ennis, this is the first time between me and he doing business. He asked to go to 154 and have tune-up fight first. I am not charity. Go do it with Eddie, the tune-up fight, and if you're ready, you will have in my side a lot of people waiting for you. You understand me?
I love it. What's
Right.
the holdup with Bakram? Bakram Mulatayev he wants to fight everybody. Why can't we get him a fight?
I want to tell you something. This is truth and this is right.
Jaron Boots Ennis has always been seen as one of boxing's most exciting talents, but his recent decision to turn down a high-profile fight against Vergil Ortiz Jr. has raised eyebrows. After announcing his move up to 154 pounds, Ennis revealed that he had initially reached out to Ortiz for a potential August showdown, only for Ortiz to decline due to injury recovery. However, when Turki Alalshik, the influential Saudi boxing advisor, offered Ennis another opportunity to face Ortiz in November on a stacked card featuring Devin Haney versus Brian Norman Jr., Ennis surprisingly passed. His reasoning? He wants a tune-up fight first, to adjust to the new weight class. This decision has sparked debate among fans and analysts, with some questioning whether Ennis is being cautious or avoiding a tough challenge. Ennis has been vocal about his struggles at 147 pounds, explaining that years of draining weight cuts have taken a toll on his body. In interviews, he revealed that medical tests showed he was operating at just 30 to 40% of his physical potential due to the extreme cuts. Moving up to 154 pounds, he argues, is about preserving his health and ensuring he performs at his best, Ennis said. I've been at 147 for almost 10 years, and it's time to move up. I need to be comfortable and explosive every fight. While his reasoning makes sense from a physiological standpoint, critics argue that elite fighters like Terence Crawford and Devin Haney moved up in weight and immediately sought the toughest competition available. Turki Alalshik didn't hold back in his response to Ennis's decision. Known for staging high-profile fights in Saudi Arabia, Turki made it clear that he doesn't do tune-up fights. If he wants a tune-up, go do it with Eddie Hearn. When he's ready, we have plenty of fighters waiting. Bakram Murtazaliev, Tim Tszyu, others. This puts Ennis in a tough spot, as turning down a lucrative offer from Turkey means missing out on a major payday and global exposure. The Saudi cards have become the biggest stage in boxing, and rejecting a spot on one could delay Ennis's path to superstardom. The situation is further complicated by mixed messages from Vergil Ortiz's camp. While Ortiz himself has stated he needs more time to recover from injuries before taking on a fight with Ennis, his father, Vergil Ortiz Sr., claims that Boots already missed his chance by rejecting an earlier offer at 147 pounds. Meanwhile, Ortiz's trainer, Robert Garcia, has expressed eagerness for the fight to happen next. These conflicting statements have created confusion, making it difficult to determine who truly wants the fight and who might be avoiding it. Eddie Hearn, Ennis's promoter, insists that they did reach out to Ortiz first only to be turned down, which adds another layer to the back and forth. Fans have been vocal in their criticism of Ennis, arguing that if he was willing to fight Ortiz in August, there's no reason he shouldn't take the fight in November. The extra time would have allowed him to acclimate to the new weight class, making his decision to decline the offer even more puzzling. Some speculate that Ennis may be hesitant to face Ortiz's relentless pressure and power, especially in his first fight at 154 pounds. Others believe that Ennis is simply being strategic, ensuring he's at his best before stepping into the ring with a dangerous opponent like Ortiz. Either way, the optics aren't great for a fighter who has long been criticized for struggling to secure big-name opponents. The backlash against Ennis highlights a broader issue in boxing: the tension between fighter safety and fan expectation. While Ennis has legitimate health concerns, fans and promoters often demand that top fighters take on the toughest challenges immediately. Crawford, for example, moved up to 154 pounds and immediately called out Tim Tszyu. Haney jumped to 140 pounds and fought Regis Prograis in his first bout in the division. Ennis's approach is more measured, but in a sport where perception matters, his cautious strategy risks making him look reluctant to face elite competition. Ennis's next move will be crucial in shaping his career trajectory. If he takes a tune-up fight and dominates, critics may quiet down, especially if he then secures a marquee matchup with Ortiz or another top contender. However, if he struggles or delays too long, the narrative that he's avoiding the best fighters will only grow louder. The 154-pound division is stacked with talent, including Tim Tszyu, Sebastian Fundora, and Erickson Lubin, so Ennis will need to make a statement soon to establish himself as a force in the weight class. Ortiz, meanwhile, has his own challenges to navigate. Coming off a long layoff due to health issues, he needs a high-profile fight to remind the boxing world of his destructive power. A bout with Ennis would be a guaranteed thriller, but if that fight doesn't materialize soon, Ortiz may have to look elsewhere. Potential opponents like Erislandy Lara or Jesus Ramos could serve as solid alternatives, but neither carries the same excitement as a clash with Ennis. The longer this fight lingers in negotiation purgatory, the more both fighters risk losing momentum. Eddie Hearn's role in this saga can't be overlooked. As Ennis's promoter, he's tasked with balancing his fighters' health and career aspirations with the demands of fans and networks. Hearn has been adamant that Ennis isn't ducking anyone, pointing out that they did try to make the Ortiz fight happen. However, if Hearn can't secure a major bout for Ennis soon, the narrative that Boots is being protected will only intensify. A tune-up fight might be the safe play, but in today's boxing landscape, safe plays rarely satisfy the audience. The bigger question is whether Ennis's approach will pay off in the long run. If he takes a tune-up, looks sensational, and then secures a blockbuster fight, his strategy will be vindicated. But if he stalls too long, he risks being overshadowed by more active fighters in the division. The middle ground might be taking a step-up fight, someone ranked just below the elite level, to prove he's ready for the likes of Ortiz or Tszyu. Whatever path he chooses, the pressure is on Ennis to deliver a performance that silences the doubters. At the end of the day, boxing is a sport where legacy is built on risk-taking. Fans remember the fighters who dared to face the best, not those who played it safe. Ennis has the talent to be a superstar, but talent alone isn't enough. He needs the fights that will define his career, and right now, Vergil Ortiz represents that opportunity. Whether he takes it next or after a tune-up, one thing is certain: the boxing world will be watching closely. The clock is ticking for Ennis to prove he's not just a boogeyman at 147 pounds, but a true force at 154. If he wants to cement his place among the sport's elite, he'll need to step up sooner rather than later. The question isn't just about when he'll fight Ortiz. It's about whether he's willing to embrace the challenges that come with being a star in this era of boxing. Until then, the debate over his choices will continue.